Hello again, everyone. It is your Black Knight. And now that we've got the infrastructure set up, I think it's time to make this place a little more lethal. Yes, lethality. That's what we're going for. It's the holy hello cow. The whole lethality thing.
I'm happy to report I won't be falling apart.
Let us start down here. Now, we don't have power, per se, on some of these lower rungs. But we do have... Well, we had some turrets stored, too. We could throw some heavy machine gun turrets up here. Because they're self-powered. Well, leaving... What the heck happened there? Don't step outside. Something funny with the box going on there. I think we need to. I mean, normally you don't want to put the turrets aiming back inside, but if something comes up through here, which it could, then you want the ability to blast it to smithereens. Same thing over here. I mean, I might be covering a lot of area that's never gonna see any kind of aggression. That, you know, the stuff won't show up. I know there's a mod that tells you where the spawn points are for the attacks. I don't have that mod. Not looking for that mod. I'd like to think of it as just designing a good base defense kind of thing. Can we get to the lower part? Wow, that's a little bit... Woo! Almost got that. Alright, can we do the whole zoom out kind of thing? Maybe. It could be easier if we turn off collision again. I know, well, now you're using... It's impossible for you to build that. All this is impossible. It's all impossible. That's part of why I do the design, is to remind myself that the whole game is impossible. It's one impossibility after another. You see, I mean, it just is. At least it lets me fly around and plant turrets. Heavy machine gun turrets. That's an interesting kind of thing. Why not there, but there is okay? Okay, fine. I do want to have a good amount of defense on this one. And a really kind of ridiculous, silly amount. Well, because, first of all, why? Because we can. That's why. And now where there's power... Now, we know the one problem I noticed with the Enclave heavy turrets is they do take up an awful lot of space. Like, if we could move that over and up a bit, perhaps, and move that over a little bit, then I could put 7 guns on a platform with the other ones. These have a little bit. Can I fit more with the heavy? We could put a missile turret out here. Maybe we'll save the missile turrets for higher up. You see, they have such a smaller footprint. That's an interesting thing, because the heavy laser turret, I think, has the same amount of defense. This is just a style point. Whereas these things, can I select it? Yeah, we can store that then. These things actually reduce the total amount of... I'm going to have to clip back in here. Of defense you can, because they got too much of a footprint, which is not something I'd expected. We're going to use some. We're going to store it. But look at this. Now I go heavy laser turret. How many can I lay down? Hey, this is a less than optimal location because of the overlap and the thing. But see, whereas before I could only put one. Here I could put 3 because, you know, that's a lot more lasers. Although I was going for the whole gray style kind of thing here. We're going to use this little bit of the extended platform as much as we can. Because I imagine that the Institute lasers are good, but I don't know if they're too heavy lasers good. And what the... That was funky looking. Sometimes you have to duck under this, but that's just life. It is mostly... You clip through those anyway. So there's a bunch of lasers. Our way up here a little bit. Can I get some lasers? I'm just gonna die one of these times. I'm just gonna fall off and die. Just bleh. I don't work with a lot of railings, you'll notice. In real life, you'd really want some railings. How are you saying, why not missiles? Well, missiles have a lot of splash damage. It's interesting. I don't think you're allowed to pack the lasers as densely as you do the machine guns, which is an interesting thing too, because is a heavy laser as good as 3 machine guns? You know, that's... Let me get up here. Let's see how off. Just to boost myself up here. Building these things is such a pain in the butt. Because then, will it let me connect? Okay, now it is. Sometimes it doesn't when you're clipped. When you're clipped out. Okay, we got all this up here. I know, that one looks a little bit ineffective. Can we move it over a little? No, we'll take that. I'd love to fit one somewhere. It's not letting it. Boy, I'll let it up here. We do want one in the window here. Hopefully they'll shoot through that and actually sees it as a window. Bang there, and a bang on the corner, and this layout looks a little bit better. It all depends on where I was able to put the power. Now on this one, there's a lot less restriction. Look at that. I can put... Why is that? Why is it I can snuggle these in and I couldn't do that down here? It won't let me. This game. Something I think is even a little glitched out here. That's weird. Okay, can we wire? No. Now the wiring is not working. We have to get to some place where we can stand here, clip on, collision on, collision, I say clip, but yeah, collision. Oop. 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 That's a lot of lasers. Zip, 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 zip. And we're trapped here. So... lasers. Okay, let's take a step back here. So that's a lot of weapons. That would be if you're coming up the lane here. If you're coming down the lane, it's going to be unfortunate to be you if you're not friendly. We can put some more at the top here too. We're going to put a lot on the top, but let's put one up just to make sure. Up here, I'm so tempted to go with missiles because you can get stuff from far away, and it probably won't have the angle. To get friendlies, you know what I'm saying? If you're seeing these, then you're probably not a good person here. I want to save a couple here because we only have 9, 8. We're running out of availability. Okay, hold on. I have to TCL out again here to be able to connect. Why doesn't it let me do the connection?
Hello, Rabbit.
Okay, I think when I'm doing this in no clip, the keep out zones might be broken. Might be. I think that's going to cause problems. I don't know.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves.
Okay, many saves later because many crashes later. I don't know why this thing keeps crashing, but building has always been a little bit iffy, especially if you're no clipping around like I am. Or the computer is just getting borked, I don't know. But at any rate, this is what we have now. I have completed the Tower of Death over here. For the most part. We might put some more stuff up here on the corner or something like that, but as you can see, we have consumed a tremendous amount of resources. Alright, and one of the things I did, I didn't realize that you could build out here, is I've run some power down and put some missile turrets just covering the approach from the bridge and all down here. So that might take out a lot of stuff right there. And you have stuff here still. That's some of the original work. So I'll have to put some guns in here. I have added some weapons here. We have to add some stuff in here to fill in some blanks. But this was a matter of what I could make with what I had. I am out of oil. I am out of nuclear material. And that's problematic. She's walking on sunshine, baby. Whoa! So, we've also put in, you and I, together. I've also put in a whole bunch of food, as you can see. None of which is going to show up as being actually available food because they don't have any farmers. They need more farmers. Like all the farmers, I believe, are taking up farming. There's only a few robots here. I mean, I put in so many mudfruit plants, I couldn't do any more mudfruit plants. I'm out. I had to go around to different places and harvest them just so I could finish up planting them. And the food over here, I didn't put them because I was out of mudfruit, but you know, there are some recipes where you need potato, or you need razor grain, or you need corn, or you need carrots, or gourds, or melons. So I put a few in there just for diversity. And then the mudfruit is the most, dense food of them all. You get one food unit for each one of those, and only a half a food unit for every one of these. So this is the primary effective part of this. I've done over. I remember seeing at one point it was down to you could only make 77 left, and I put those in. So we've got a lot of potential food here. I put it through, put a lot of stuff, like a lot, but not enough. We're still not done. I still have plans here. There are still things I want to accomplish, and obviously I'm going to need to make a lot of robots. And that means in the next video, I'm going to have to do something drastic. I mean, I've even done a couple of water runs in the meantime, but that's not going to cut it. It'll take too long. To find out what a drastic thing I'm going to do, you'll have to tune into the next video. And on that note, folks, this is your Black Knight. Have a great night.